kids, adults, men and women of all ages. Today I am going to talk about how to identify your computer specifications. It was a good tip brought up by a YouTube user going by the name of Jules Kings. Basically, what it was on our troubleshooting tip we had yesterday. A good thought that was brought up was, how do we find out the specifications of our computer for if we have an issue and need to go to a forum or news group or to someone for assistance. So I'm going to show you today how to figure that out. A couple different machines. There's lots and lots and lots of ways to get specifications for your computer. You can, of course, exciting enough, you could look up the model number and model or make and model of your computer on Google or a search engine. Of course, it doesn't have to be Google. But a flaw with that would be if anything has changed in your computer since you originally got your computer, or if it's a different revision or model of that computer or something to that effect, it may not be the exact same specifications. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to figure out a lot of them. This is probably the best way to do it if you are able to find out. So what we have here is Windows XP. I'll show you how to get that on Windows XP. You're going to go to Start. This is just one way. All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, and System Information. And again, this is just one way you can get specifications of your machine. This is probably the most detailed way you can get specifications. As you can see, it says Windows XP Professional. This is actually in a virtual machine. It says 64 megs of RAM, but again, we're in a virtual machine, so we actually have more than that allocated to it. And it would have your make, model, etc., your processor, your BIOS, which some of you may or may not know anything about that. Don't worry about that for giving specs out, etc., etc. Then you can come over here and it's like choose components, and you can get information about your optical drive, your sound device, your display, your networking, your printing, your storage, etc. So you can get about everything you can think of. So this is a good way you can get a lot of your specifications. Another thing you can do, and this will just give you some of them, I'll close that out, is you can go to My Computer and right click on it and go to Properties. This will give you some basic details. It'll give you your operating system, registered to blah 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 blah, and your computer's processor and its processor speed, and your memory, how much memory you've got. To find out your hard drive capacity, open My Computer, right click on your drive in question, which will probably most likely be the C. Go to Properties, and capacity 126 gigs. This is actually a 160 gig hard drive in this laptop. However, since it's a virtual machine, it's going to be a little skewed. Close that out. Another way you can get your display. So if you want to know what your video card is or your video chipset, right click on your desktop, anywhere on the empty part of your desktop, go to Properties. You can also access this through your control panel. We're going to go to Settings, And right here where it says display, or it says default monitor or something like that, on, where that on is there, it would actually have the name of your display adapter. Now once again, since this isn't a virtual machine, it's not going to tell me that. And you could also go to advanced here if this weren't in a virtual machine, and it would actually probably tell you more details about the video card, such as how much video RAM it's got, etc., etc. But again, this is in virtual machine. So that's Windows XP. There's of course still many other resources you can get. You could actually even go in and do, I believe it's a DX diag, I believe, if my memory serves me correct. Yep. And I don't know, that might take a minute. But it'll actually give you even some specifications here as well. So to do that, you would just go to Start and go to Run and type in DX diag. That's DXDIAG. And you have that. And you've got all sorts of goodies here. So that's a lot of ways you can find out some details, and there's still a lot more ways. But of course, if your laptop or desktop happens to have a sticker on it, it might tell you some specs too, but once again, it could be misleading if you've changed something. Okay, Windows 7. Actually, pretty similar. Go to, for the system information, you go to Start, All Programs, Accessories, System Tools, and System Information. And it's just like the one I just showed you on Windows XP. It shows you the specs of your machine. Yes, there's 8 gigs of RAM in this computer. And it's 2 years old. I put some money into it. And components and same kind of thing. You choose whichever component you're wanting to look into. There's a video card. Yes, I know it's a little outdated by today's standards, but it was, you know, probably about $160, $180 video card, I think, at the time when it was new. Anyway, so you can do that. You can right-click on Computer and go to Properties. And again, it'll give you the overview of your machine, processor, how much memory, whether it's a 32 or 64-bit operating system. Because when you have Windows Vista or Windows 7, that actually comes into play. Actually, it can with XP. Let's see. You can actually even go here, which you can on Vista as well, and it'll give you an overview of your hardware to show you the performance of them all, how it rates them. It's just a general thing. It's not very accurate in some ways. Again, for your hard drive, you can go into Computer, and let's say it's your C drive you want to see. There you go. It's a 750 gig. It won't always be exactly 750. It'll be less than that for many reasons. Then I have a 1 terabyte drive, etc., etc. And also, I believe you can do DXDiag here. Instead of going to Start Run, you just go to the search box in the Start menu, DXDiag. Possibly. Yes. And voila. All your lovely specs again. Yes, DirectX 11. Part of Windows 7. All that fun, goody stuff. Okay. Anyway, that's Windows 7. Not much different. Mac OS 10. This happens to be Snow Leopard. This will be probably the easiest of them all. All you do is right up here where this little Apple logo is. You'll click that, and you go to About This Mac, and you get right here the processor and the memory. And if that's not enough for you, go to More Info. And it's just almost like the system information in Windows in a lot of ways. There's all that information and all that goody stuff on the left side. Hardware, memory, blah 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 blah. It'll even tell you what, the status of your memory, etc. So yeah, there you have it. That's how you can identify the specs of a lot of your stuff. There's many other resources you can use. There's many other tools you can use to get your information. I'm just showing you some of them. And I think that's all the excitement I have. Quote of the day. I haven't really thought of one. 1 is 2, and 9 is 4. And I know that makes no sense, but it's something I run around and say all the time. So, but 1 is 2, and 9 is 4. Okay. Anyway, until the next time. Again, this is Nerd Ngong, and I approve this message. And go writing down your specifications and get busy troubleshoot. Enjoy. Until the next time.